Hey everyone, and thanks for joining us for our Career Fair Strategies webinar today. My name is Mike Schuman, and I'm here to help you prepare for and perform well in your next career fair experience. Career fair strategies, why go to a career fair? First, it's a great opportunity to compare companies and organizations side by side in a very quick amount of time. You'll be able to meet and network with various different recruiters. You'll gain an understanding throughout your interactions with them about what matters to you most in a job, whether it's company environment, benefits, activities of the job. Listening to recruiters discuss different jobs will help you start to discern what of those areas really stand out to you as important. This is probably the biggest one. It'll help you practice and improve your networking and interview skills. You'll also have the opportunity to uncover opportunities that are not advertised, or at least not advertised just yet. You'll get your resume into the hands of many recruiters. You'll be able to figure out where you need to make adjustments. Are your networking skills up to par? Do you need to practice some more of those interview questions? Also, you'll be able to learn from watching recruiters and other candidates. You can watch how others do it, pick up on the skills that they use that help them most, and then be able to apply them in your own professional development. And of course, it might just get you your very first job out of college. So, career fairs are very important for a variety of reasons, aside from the most common and basic understanding that it's an opportunity for you to get that first job. All right, so what are some basic things to expect? Down here in the bottom right corner, we see this is what many career fairs will look like. There'll be different stands where different companies have various recruiters and information laid out on tables, and then many, many people. You'll be able to meet with the recruiters, shake their hand, have anywhere from a 2 to 4 minute conversation with them, and then move on. So, what to expect? Expect to have a long day. Be prepared for noise and crowds. There will be many people there. You'll have to speak up and really practice listening well when speaking with recruiters. You may feel nervous and overwhelmed. That's okay. That's where prayer is so key in all of this. It may seem unproductive. You're just having a couple-minute conversation with people. Is this really worth your time? Well, as we saw previously, this is going to be a great experience for you to develop many, many skills and improve your skills in interviewing, and also gets your resume in the hands of many recruiters. You'll make mistakes, you'll make missteps, but the greatest thing of all is in this career fair, you're going to be able to make those mistakes, but then also learn from them. So what are some strategies that you can use? Biggest thing is you want to prepare. So before, research which companies will be there and where their table will be. Then, after you've done that, make a strategic plan for who to approach at the fair and when. Think early, but not too early. If you have a company that you're very, very interested in, I'd encourage you to maybe visit 2 or 3 tables before that. That way you can get some of your nerves out, practice some of those interview skills, and be in prime form when you go to that table you're most interested in. And in order to make a good impression once you're there, research the company beforehand and the careers of interest to you within that company so you can make a positive first impression on the recruiter. Think about what's the company's mission statement? What are their goals? What are their plans for growth? Key strategies or special challenges? If you can know these things and be able to speak about them intelligently, you'll show that this job is important to you and that you have put in the work to know a lot about it already. Other things, practice your elevator speech. Your elevator speech is your quick 30-second introduction to who you are personally, both professionally, as well as where you want to go in your career. I'd also encourage you to practice some common questions, such as, what are your weaknesses? What are your strengths? What do you like about this company? What did you most enjoy about school? What do you prefer doing in your workplace? These are some common questions you might be asked, and they're very helpful if you can go ahead and practice these beforehand. Additionally, pick out what you'll wear. Make sure that you have nice dress shoes, but ones that are comfortable. You'll be on your feet the majority of the time. Print your resume and cover letters. However many companies are there is however many resumes and cover letters you should print. Even if you don't plan on getting to every table, and even if you tried to, you probably wouldn't be able to in the amount of time they give you, you should still have that many resumes and cover letters just simply for peace of mind. And at the very end, you can walk through and just slip them on the tables that you haven't been able to visit. If you have a portfolio of some of your highlights from school, internships, or other work opportunities, I'd highly suggest bringing it. Business cards are also a great way to show that you are already a professional, especially a great way to make yourself rise above others around you who won't likely do this step. Bring a couple pencils and a notepad. You'll need to make a lot of notes because you're going to be meeting a lot of people and learning a lot of information. You'll make it easier on yourself if you can make those notes on a notepad and not have to keep it all fresh in your mind. How about during? Well, you want to arrive early. Get oriented to the facility and finalize your plan based on who all is there. Please don't join a line of 10 or more people. You'll waste a lot of time waiting, and odds are, if you visit other tables and come back to that table, the line will be shorter. Write notes in between each visit. This will only take an extra minute or two to just simply write down who are some other people at the organization, what information did you find out about the job, did they give you an interview, are they suggesting you follow up with an application? Write down that information. That way, again, it's safe in your notebook and you don't have to try to keep it all in your head. Aim for a 2 to 3 minute conversation. You don't want to own the conversation. Other people are waiting behind you and you want to come across as respectful. So 2 to 3 minute conversation, again, that's why it's so important to practice that elevator speech. Do not load up on freebies. Every company will bring magnets, rubber bands, you name it, attached on those things will be their name and their logo. It's very tempting to want to go to the table and fill your bag with as many free things as you can, hence the state fair. I'd encourage you to not do that at a career fair. It's not professional. It looks greedy. It looks like you're more focused on the 10-cent items that are on the table than the career that is right before your eyes. Interviews. It's very common for people to get interviews with different organizations throughout the day. They might schedule the interviews for later on that day or the next day. Make sure that you write down when and where it is and how you can best prepare for it. If a company doesn't bring an interview up and your 2 to 3 minutes is coming to a close, you could feel free to ask if they would be open to doing an interview that day or if they would rather meet up sometime later in the future at their place of work. Lastly, have an open mind. See what God will do. You'll go in there with a plan, and you'll go in there with preferences. But God doesn't always honor those, and often He has His own plan, which is a much better plan. Trust in Him and go with His guiding. Finally, make sure you follow up. Follow up after with a thank you note or an email, another way for them to be able to see your name and associate you positively and professionally. They're going to be meeting many, many, many students and job seekers at this fair. They might not remember you. So in your thank you note or your email, try to bring up something specific that you talked about, as well as pointing forward, just reiterating that you want to come in, visit the company, you want to come in for an interview, you're still very interested and want to pursue it further. Provide any materials you agreed to provide. If they asked you to fill out the application, fill out the application. If they asked you to send in a cover letter, if you didn't already, make sure you produce that cover letter. You want to follow up and finalize whatever it is they asked you to. Well, I hope your next career fair experience goes well. These are just a few quick pointers and quick notes about how to prepare and perform well for a career fair. We here at the Center for Calling Career are more than happy to help you more with career fair preparation as well as any other services related to career development that you can think of. Here's our number. email, and office hours. We'd be glad to serve you whenever you are able. Thank you and God bless.